The Mexican Revolution. Porfirio Diaz, the president of Mexico at the time, modernized the country and brought a lot of money into Mexico. The money only benefited the upper class, and since the people were angry, he promised elections that he later rigged in his favor. Francisco Madero was a writer that challenged Diaz and was falsely arrested because Diaz wanted to win the election. Emiliano Zapata, Pascual Orozco, and Pancho Villa responded to this by rallying with thousands of others. Mexico gained power through territorial expansion. Zapata attacked large ranches that were stolen by Diaz, Villa attacked federal garrisons and built up arsenals, and Orozco recruited thousands. Women had a large part in the revolution and were even soldiers in Zapata's army. After the revolution was finished, many women didn't want to return to their old lifestyles. This marked a significant milestone in Mexican women's rights. The three generals had great success, and Madero later went into the capital in triumph after Diaz went into exile. Zapata took up arms against Madero when he realized that he had no interest in land reform. He wrote the Plan of Ayala, which called for Madero's removal and named Orozco as the chief of the revolution. Orozco rebelled against Madero because he felt he wasn't being rewarded for the overthrowing of Diaz. During the Huerta years, General Victoriano Huerta, an alcoholic soldier from Diaz's time, was the enemy. Huerta was sent by Madero to join forces with Villa. Huerta betrayed Madero during a standoff with forces loyal to Feliz Diaz, Porfirio's nephew. He executed Madero and claimed the presidency for himself. Big Four were Venustiano Carranza, Pancho Villa, Álvaro Obregón, and Emiliano Zapata. They all hated Huerta and wanted to remove him from power, which was what made them successful. Unfortunately, removing Huerta from power was the only thing that they agreed upon, and they fell into fighting with one another. In 1914, they met at the Convention of Aguascalientes and wanted to figure out a way to bring peace to the nation. However, this failed and they went to war with each other instead, Villa against Carranza and Zapata against anyone. Carranza felt that he was the most qualified to rule Mexico considering that he was already a governor. He began to set up elections with the advantage of support from Obregón. He didn't trust Villa and sent after him hoping that this would end the fighting. Obregón defeated Villa and lost an arm in the process. Carranza then became president and executed remaining warlords such as Zapata and Diaz. Obregón was elected after Carranza refused to support him and was assassinated by Obregón's supporters. The violence continued for over a decade, but many consider this the end of the Mexican Revolution. Some important dates in the Mexican Revolution include when Madero challenged Diaz in an election, when Diaz was ousted from office, when Madero won the election and factions began to sort out, and when military leaders and revolutionists were fighting for power and the U.S. had to get involved 2 times. In the end, dictatorship in Mexico ended and they established a constitutional republic, an idea coming from Europe.
Created using Powtoon.